Didn't even get to bronze.
What's going on YouTube? Hayden back making another brand new Crypto TV episode. In today's video, we will be looking at Litecoin, Bitcoin, Ethereum, as well as Stellar Lumens to Bitcoin. So shout out to Jacob Smith for commenting his top cryptocurrency. If you guys want to be shouted out in tomorrow's video or you are new to the channel, please make sure to subscribe, turn on post notifications, as well as leave a comment telling me what cryptocurrency we should review in tomorrow's episode. So before I begin the TA, I did want to point out that I do have two quick articles to share with you guys. Basically, we're going to be talking about market recovery, where the bottom of Litecoin and Bitcoin may be. So let's just kind of jump right into that. I have an article that was posted today on Ethereum World News. I've used this a few times in the past. This was by Alex Tomczak. It was posted today. It says, what makes Litecoin a coin of your choice? And it kind of goes into a little bit about Charlie Lee, the very much and respected Charlie Lee, blah, blah, blah. According to him, future trade of a similar nature gives traders the chance to go in and out of Litecoin with institutional investors and are able to enter the crypto also from around the globe. Many supporters of the ideas have the idea that these trading futures could step up Litecoin prices, liquidity, efficiency, and transparency. Just recently, the Federal Reserve Bank of St. Louis has declared that for the largest by market capitalization cryptos will be added to its platform, and Litecoin is included. So that's one update if you haven't been aware. It said Litecoin is currently being traded at $76, and we see a market cap resting at 4.3 billion, around 258 million worth of that in Litecoin. Without a doubt, it is a very harsh situation for the whole market, as the lead coin, Bitcoin, cannot make a positive move upwards for the day now. But it's also the fact that there has been such a Bitcoin price dip in the past as well, which followed the bull breakout, causing the FOMO among investors. Nobody wants to lose this opportunity by not making their move when the price of the top cryptos are low. Once Litecoin turns bullish again, it will be very intriguing to see which position it will take. So that pretty much talks and sums up everything that we're going to be discussing in today's episode. He is 100% right on with everything. I couldn't have explained it better. Basically, we had that FOMO buy-in in the beginning, and when we see the bull run start again, which it will, obviously, we might see the move go even higher now that so many more people are aware of the cryptocurrency. So next, we have another article on Bloomberg.com. So this is new to our channel. It was posted by Olivia Shaber today, June 29th. It says, battered Bitcoin bulls can take solace in this technical signal. So it basically talks about, or right here, the stock RSI. It says the analysis captures ideal entry and exit levels for buying or selling as an asset. Data shows that Bitcoin breached the level -80 marker of the indicator this week, a threshold suggesting to traders it might be time to get in on the action. The gauge has proven fairly accurate over the past year. For example, when it signaled in April that the cryptocurrency was overbought, the day before Bitcoin fell 4%. Bitcoin has fallen almost 60% this year after nearly reaching 20,000 in December. On Friday, it was trading just under 6,000. So if I zoom in on this chart she has, you can see how I use the stock RSI. She's using WLPR, which I may actually start using. But basically, it shows a top and a bottom similar to the stock RSI, and when it's in this red overbought region, it puts a lot of stress on the market, and it usually forces it to go down, as you can see right here. When we're in the negative or the green zone, referring to being oversold, it's an indicator that everybody should be buying into it, and that we do seem to go up. Now, that's pretty much what I want to talk about, guys. When we look at Bitcoin on the charts, you can see that we are very, very low. I'm using a stock RSI, so it's similar to what we were looking at in that article, and you can see that the price is very, very, very low. And when we see prices this low, we always go up. Now, may not be a $20,000 move upwards, but we go up. So this is a very low point for cryptocurrency, and as anticipated in the markets, we always do go down. You can see we did recently fall in the past to levels that we are currently at, which was around $6,528. And then maybe 2 weeks later, we shot all the way back up to around $10,000. So there's definitely moves in the market that you have to be aware of. It is possible that after all of this negative FUD in the market, we may see some news media talking about how positive it is, and the fact that it's so mainstream now, we may see a lot more FOMO buying into the crypto, and we may see it shoot up in price much higher. Now, this is just on my speculation. Obviously, that is not 100%. It's not written in stone, so take it with a grain of salt. I'm just giving you my opinion. So the market relies on Bitcoin, and we need to see Bitcoin move up before we can see any of the other cryptos, for the most part, move up. Now, if you were subscribed when I was around 300 subscribers or a few months ago, we saw an interesting pattern where every time Bitcoin went up, the rest of the market fell, and vice versa. When Bitcoin was down, we saw the rest of the market moving up. Now, it seems to be a little bit different when we're in a bearish scenario. When we see Bitcoin drop, we see the whole market drop. And now when we see Bitcoin move up, we also see Litecoin move up. So it seems like a lot of the top altcoins are in sync for the moment being. Now, I'm refreshing the coin market cap so we can all get a general view of crypto. And as you can see, the top 10 coins are in red, so it is an indicator that we are down. Most coins seem to be down a lot more than Bitcoin is as a whole, only down 2%, but you can see how the other top 10 are down 4 or 5%. Bitcoin breaking that $6,000 mental barrier that we were talking about in yesterday's episode. And now we are seeing Litecoin at 74, which is pretty low, and Ethereum at 413. So will we see a Litecoin go to $50? It's possible. It's definitely possible, and I do want to talk about that. I just want to show you guys how much lower a $50 Litecoin is. It's pretty much right around here. So if I just draw in a green $50 area, you can see how this is pretty much the zone where $50 is, and that is a pretty steep move. Now, the only way I can really see us going to 50 is if we don't consolidate. Or actually, if we do consolidate. Reason being is because right now we are currently oversold on that stock RSI. And as you guys saw in the few articles, it says when we are oversold, we usually bounce up off of that. We look for that market recovery and that reversal upwards, which is very possible. The longer we hang out in oversold conditions, the higher we go. So you can see how previously we were oversold in that region at a price level at 111, and then we shot up all the way to like $185. So a move like that is definitely possible, but what we're really looking for is a break in the resistance that we have seen all across these two white lines are holding huge resistance levels, including the fact that we are in a very, very, very good channel right now. You can see how we did actually, in fact, break up out of this downtrend right here, A, B, C, D, E. I can actually draw it in on the Elliott wave, which is a more accurate representation. Usually movements happen within a 5-point move. So if we go onto the Elliott wave, we'll do A, B, C, D, E. We have that 1 up there, 2 here for B, C. We have the D, and now we have the E breakout. So you can clearly see how we had this 5-point Elliott wave breakout. We broke out in January, February, March, April 28th, the end of, or into May, into May. And then we did break out, we shot up, but guess what? We are now currently out of that triangle, and we started a new channel right now going down. So we are still within that downtrend, which is quite interesting. A lot of people thought this was the breakout moving us back up into those ATHs, but we don't seem to have that right now. There is so much TA that's signaling a reversal in the market, so be patient, guys. The fact that we are below that high-low MMA, the fact that we are oversold, is just huge indicators that we are going to go up very soon. Now, like I said, if we consolidated more and we were able to bring that stock RSI back into this purple or more of that moderate region, then I would be more open to seeing a Litecoin fall to an area of around $50. But it is still possible without the consolidation that we could go down to a level at around 50. But if you see, we do have a few days before we could get there. We are holding strong to this downtrend right here, which I'm going to extend out a little bit longer. So you can see that if we do follow this downtrend, which is acting as huge support, we're going to hit a region of around $50 around, I want to say July 20th. So if we do see a 50 coin, it won't be for another month. Obviously, this is a very, very, very extended bearish market. But now think about it in terms of that. We see a market that's had close to 7 months of bearish movement. Imagine seeing a reversal and seeing a 6 month or 7 month bullish movement, even a 3 month bullish movement. That would be huge for crypto. So much would be FOMO buying into it. We would see such high prices. So that's why this is a good region to be buying into. It's very, very, very good with its support and the fact that it can move up so quickly. We've seen it in the past, guys. A lot of people were very anti-crypto, and I want to talk about it now. I'm reading the comments. When we saw this sit back in 2017, I believe that was October, January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August. No, September. So September 3rd, we shot up, and we had a lot of people that were very interested in crypto and making a lot of money. And then we saw the huge pullback, dropping us lower than where we started from. And we probably had a lot of haters that were negative crypto at that time. Then we saw the consolidation holding that high-low MMA, which is why it is such a strong support. You can see how long we traded along it. And then eventually we started moving up. Now, I'm sure everybody who sold off here thinking that it was the right move, crypto's dead, no need to be buying into it, probably never anticipated such a huge run that it saw only a few months later. So hold true to the currency. It may still have a chance more than you think. You can see how back when we fell right here, we entered a bearish this was a bearish move, and we entered a oversold area, and then very soon after we consolidated and shot up. It always goes back up into overbought territory. So the fact that we are so low, and we've been so low, you can even draw the downtrend on the stock RSI, which is also a very good indicator. We may see a movement upwards. Now, my biggest thing right now, especially that I just noticed this downtrend on the stock RSI, if at any point we see a movement above this downtrend on the stock RSI, we may see a huge pump bringing us back up into those high overbought territories. So be patient. Check out the stock RSI. Leave a comment what you think about this, because this is a huge indicator that if we break the downtrend, we should shoot up quite nicely. So we talked about Litecoin, we talked about Bitcoin. Let's check out Ethereum quickly. So basically, is not much to talk about with these top 10 cryptocurrencies. Usually they all follow one another. We did see Ethereum break off and do its own thing a few months ago, but for the most part right now, you can see that Ethereum is also within a channel that is trading downwards. I'm just going to extend the lines of support and resistance. So where we are testing oversold, you can see on the stock RSI, is there a downtrend? It's hard to say. If there was, I wouldn't say this would be it. It could be something like that. There's a chance that there's something like that. Litecoin looks more firm on that downtrend, and we can see if Bitcoin has one too. And for the most part, it does. You can see where those two lines cross. I'm going to delete that white line. But you can see there's also a downtrend on that stock RSI. So if at any point we saw a break above that white line, we may see huge runs to the overbought territory. So with Ethereum, there may be a few more days of downtrend. It may retest that 366 area of support. You can see where we had that reversal in the past. We saw the coin fall all the way from, let's see, areas of as high as $975 fall to as low as $384. And for those who were very, very, very anti cryptocurrency at that time and managed to sell on that downtrend, were probably very unfortunate when they saw the price shoot right back up. And now why I want to bring this up is because I'm lying. We were at a high of almost $1,400, and now you see the pullback. We fell all the way down to an area of around 371. So for those who maybe bought in down here, very, very, very smart play. And I'm sure you guys were using the stock RSI. Now, if I am certain, there is a downtrend right here. Check this out. You can see the downtrend. And as soon as Ethereum broke the downtrend, you can see as soon as we passed the downtrend, we managed to shoot right back up into overbought territory. So we went from a price at 382 all the way to 822. So almost a $500 move in a matter of weeks, not even. So be patient with it. We're also expecting a move like that soon. We may dip lower, very possible. If we do, probably looking at support at 365. And then if we manage to break this white downtrend at any point, we should move very, very, very quickly up to overbought territory. Whether that's all-time highs, I can't say for sure, but we will track that as the time comes. Lastly, we're going to check out Stellar, which clearly is having a bit of trouble. You can see how, I don't know when the last time I reviewed this was. Could have been a long time ago, but you can see how I had this this uptrend that we did manage to break. So I'm going to erase that green line right there. So we did have support, and you can see the quick reversal that we had on Stellar, which is now looking more bullish by the day. You can see how, if I draw this downtrend, we aren't in a position where we are overbought. We are in a position of being oversold or very close to being oversold. You can see how we are still also facing that downtrend. The market is all being affected at once, and you can see the resistance that the market had on this high-low MMA, which is why it's so important with other cryptos when we view it. Interesting enough, it is repeating the past with that downtrend, and now we're having a second one. You can see how on the daily we are oversold, which is very interesting. And again, we can draw another line of resistance on that stock RSI. So again, if we do manage to see a movement above the downtrend, we will most definitely see a move back up to that high-low MMA, if not maybe a 50 or 40% gain on the currency. So we do have that downtrend, and it's looking like Stellar wants to go as low as its previous bottom, which is around right here where the line is drawn. So if we manage to do that, it will be similar to a double bottom, and then we may see that reversal, but nothing will happen as long as we don't press that that white downtrend that we have on the stock RSI, as well as on the board right now. But that's going to sum up the video for today, guys. If you're new to the channel, make sure to smash that like button, turn on post notifications, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you guys tomorrow.